I mean, they trying to turn, Drake had a situation with the security up there.
Yeah, he got shot.
Whatever they.
And I thought that was the end of the battle on Drake's behalf.
I mean, I really just think shit started to happen because people were doing shit. It was a store down in the UK, OVO store.
Oh, yeah, he got spray painted.
Spray painted, right. So, people start trolling, start doing things. Now, this last situation just happened where they want to put on Drake as if they put things on Kendrick.
What last situation?
With Rick Ross, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was about Drake, but it wasn't Drake. I got the call immediately. Actually, it's on my phone. The world still hasn't heard it, right? They asked him to turn the song off. He was done with his set. And he didn't want to turn the song off, right? Really, that wasn't Drake's team. It's a guy up there in Canada that's respected, a guy named Mercules. You ever interviewed Mercules?
Mm-mm.
You need to. DJ K. Slay introduced me to him years ago. Him and Drake run in the same circles, but I think Mercules and Ross got some issues. I think if he'd have turned the song off, it would have been cool, but I mean, that's Canada. That's like Drake. If Drake went to the Forum right now and performed Family Matters,
it'd be a problem.
It'd be a problem.
Yeah.
The crowd will respond.
Yeah, I mean, look, I had Boosie on my show recently, and he didn't like the whole battle at all because from his point of view, coming from Baton Rouge, he said 95% of the murders in the city are over rap beef.
Once I got to a point in life when hip-hop beef affected me and all the people I was around, and, I choose not to agree with it, Vlad. Most of my beefs came from people rapping about me. Street wars came from people rapping about me. Once I got older and I enjoyed watching it when it was Pac and Biggie. When Pac came back, I was a Tupac kid, but I was 12 and 13 years old. I never experienced a rap beef when I got to rapping at 15 that didn't result in somebody losing their life. 95% of the murders in my city are rap beef. Chicago, 95% of the murder. And once you get a grown man, you realize every rap beef has led to destruction.
And we started going through, and I'm like, well, that's not really like that in hip-hop in general. We started going down the list of all the hip-hop battles, and I started to notice that actually most of the battles had some sort of violent aspect that would happen to it. Down to like Lil Kim and Foxy Brown, there's a shooting in front of Hot 97. I interviewed, Gutta, who went to jail over that shooting. The Eazy-E NWA battle, there was some violence that happened at the Jack the Rapper conventions and stuff like that. Like, not everyone gets killed like Tupac and Biggie, but there's usually some violence around it. And now the Drake and, Kendrick battle, there is some violence around it as well. So,
and that's what makes this rap beef so monumental. It's not built on any of that. There's not even an inkling of that anywhere. There's nobody on Kendrick's side saying, we can't wait to run into Drake. There's nobody on Drake's side saying, we're going to drop a bag on Kendrick. Actually, it's people in the middle of it that's talking to both sides who said, all right, are we done? We're done. Drake knew they was going to shoot a video. He was warned, they going to shoot this video. Okay, cool, right? So there's none of that. What Boosie was talking about, that's what it shouldn't have been, because you really was dealing with a lot of stupidity and a lot of BS, and a lot of that was driven by conflict, pre-existing conflict that was already there. You in Baton Rouge, you got this camp and this camp. They already beefing. They've been beefing 10, 15, 20 years over this robbery, that chick, this homie got stabbed in the jailhouse, or whatever. This is Drake and Kendrick. So let's analyze it. What was Kendrick's first war tour?
Well, he opened up for Drake.
There we go.
Yeah.
Let's look at the history. Yeah. I just named the history of what probably happened in Baton Rouge or these other cities, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. their history start with Drake allowing Kendrick to go on his world tour, right? Okay, great. Somewhere in there, I still don't know, maybe you know, right? We can both say that helped Kendrick.
Yeah.
Right? Somewhere in there, something happened with Drake and Kendrick.
Yeah, no one's
I
really
don't
sure.
know where.
No one's really sure, because I remember I did a poll, I said, who really started the Drake and Kendrick beef? And it was like 50-50 with like thousands of votes. Like no one really understands who said what, when, where, whatever. It could be just a general competition thing.
I don't know. Maybe it was a line. It was a bar.
There's a control verse. There's this.
Ooh, you hear that? People, fans start saying he's talking about him. But what I do know, it wasn't, nobody got robbed. Nobody got shot. He had sex with my girl.
Yeah.
He took some money from me. None of these things factor into whatever went on from their start, which was positive, right? Touring together, to whatever happened in the middle. It had nothing to do with any of that stuff, to how it ended now. And it was bar for bar, song for song, creativity for creativity. You know what I'm saying?